안녕하세요, 여러분. I'm Admin J, and I had to give you a little detailing about our blueprint for the comeback flips. I have included, as you can see, 8 kind of broad categories here. So I'll be telling you about each category, but we'll be doing one category at a time. Okay. There is a kind of interdependency among all these categories, and armies in general take care of all these. We do not really realize about it, but yeah, we take care of all these things at the same time without even realizing. And first of all, before we start, I would really like to pay all my respect to the armies who stream all day, all night during the comebacks, and they do so much of multitasking, yeah, right? Doing their own works along with studies and work and office work, and yet managing to stream all day long, all day night, even sometimes for weeks continuously. So we'll be starting. Let's start with our first category, first two categories. They are, just a second. The first category that I'll be talking about would be how to stream. Okay, this will be including the basic streaming guides that we have for all the platform, including Spotify, YouTube, Shazam, Apple Music, iTunes, everything. Okay, many people still have confusions about Apple Music and iTunes being the same. Well, they are not same, and even I had this confusion before this. But a comeback, I did not know that they were different, so I didn't used to stream on Apple Music. But since then, I have started to stream on Apple Music also, though I have Samsung so as my phone. But yeah, even I didn't knew about it. So we'll be talking about that, the streaming guidelines, the differences. Next, I'll be giving you video tutorials about how to stream, okay, on each platform. Along with that, like I said, the first point is of streaming guidelines. I'll be providing detailed streaming guides for you, okay, and along with that, I'll be providing some shorter streaming guidelines, like in form of a picture or something for every platform. Next comes is album sales. Now, during comeback, album sales are really important because that is something that goes directly for the charts, right? Because what does an album include? Basically, it includes the CD, right? CD or DVD, right? So album sales are really important, and during every comeback, all the armies do a lot of work. They try to make funds for the albums, and then they order the albums, trying to balance out for each country. So album sales would not just include about the album orders. I would also be talking about iTunes and premium accounts here, right? YouTube premium accounts, iTunes, as it is something that requires a kind of premium version, right? We need to buy it. So I'll be talking about that because iTunes chart is a very important thing during comeback. Next is how do we respond to haters or antis and their actions. One of my favorites. Okay, I really like it, right? So I'll be telling you how to respond to antis and haters in general. Well, if you're in my amino group, you might already be knowing some of it. Like I keep talking about that there. But even if you're not, I'll be talking about it. So be cool, chill, okay? And we'll be talking about that. First important thing comes is that we'll be talking about how to respond them during the time of comeback. Now you see, comeback is a very important time for armies, right? During comeback, all the antis and haters have their own plans, okay? They have their own big, shining, bright plans, and they need to carry it out. But of course, they fail, right? So I'll be talking about that, what happens at that time, and how you can, chillingly and coolly get over with it. Next, we'll be talking about freezing of views, right? The second point. Antis try to freeze the views. They try to spam. Okay? They make fake IDs with the names of, if there is an account named Namjoon Min, you would think that the person is army, but you never know who's behind the screen. So they make fake IDs. Also, that account name was just an example. Okay, there isn't an account in my information that exists like that. So next, what they do is they wait to dislike the video. As soon as the video comes in, they are really waiting to dislike it. Next is links. What they do is that they sometimes leave misleading links in the comments of the MV, of the BTS MV that releases. So there are misleading links in the comments, of course, put up by haters or antis. Next comes is YouTube. YouTube in itself has to be a very broad category. Okay, Spotify and YouTube. So okay, there are day one trends that we need to take care of. Armies who've been into the fandom since 1 or 2 years, they generally get to know about these trends because they are very much on air. Okay, they're very much on air. Day one trends, I'll be talking about teaser, the streaming of teaser. What happens after the MV reaches 50 million? What happens? How does YouTube react? Okay, deletion of views, the most important thing that armies are scared of. Okay, yeah, ShitTube does that. Live count, people generally go on to the live count accounts on YouTube, right? As to see how much views the MV has gotten. But we do not have to do this if you have only one device, okay, rather stream. And I'll be telling you, even if you have two devices, there are some conditions that would not allow you to stream from two devices. And even if you do stream from two devices, it may not count as a stream. There are conditions. I'll be talking about them. Next is freezing of views. In general, here we are not talking about antis or haters. Freezing of views happens. Why does it happen? How much time does it take, etc., etc.? I'll be talking about that. Views slow down, definitely, along with lyrical videos. The point of lyrical videos is very important. We will not be watching lyrical videos during comeback. You agree with me? Right. Just we have to turn on the captions and the lyrics will be in front of us. Yes, like in a platter, right? Okay. Comeback goals. You all know for every comeback we have certain goals. We have goals for teaser. We have goals for CB in general. CB is comeback, okay? We have goals for CB in general, and we have a video. Generally, some videos, are shared all around among the armies that include the goals. So I'll be talking about that. We have country goals. Every country has goals of, streaming till some particular views, Then we have birthday goals during the comeback. For example, now, whose birthday is going to come now? Jimin, Jungkook, and Namjoon, okay? So Jimin's birthday is in October now, but yeah, Namjoon and Jungkook have their birthday in September. So we have birthday goals. Like for example, during this PTD era, while streaming, we had goals for their MVs, or okay, there are no MVs for individual artists sometimes, okay? What am I saying? Individual members. Sorry, there are not always there are MVs for the individual members, but sometimes there are. For example, we have Euphoria, we have Winter Bear, we have many. Okay, so we have birthday goals for that. So while streaming, we stream those. We have specific, songs out there which we have to stream, right? So along with that, we have platform goals. We have goals for YouTube. We have goals for Spotify, Deezer, Shazam, Apple Music, iTunes, everything. And then we have goals for the MVs, different BTS MVs. Okay. Let me give you an example. This introduction to this blueprint will be very quick because I'll be talking about in detail about all these. I'll be giving you examples. I'll be telling you about my experience, but this will be short and quick. Okay. About MV goals, let me give you an example. During the Dynamite era, we had goals for 5 major MVs. Okay, that was BWL, Boy With Love, Fake Love, Stay Gold, On, and Black Swan. Okay, these were the MVs. I guess On, Kinetic Manifesto MV. Okay. That version of On and Black Swan. So we had goals for these. And while streaming, we had covered the goal for Fake Love 1 week prior the comeback date, that is the releasing of Dynamite, but we were still not able to do so with Boy With Love, Stay Gold, On, and Black Swan. And we were like this, that oh my god, let us stream, man, because our goal was that we had to do BWL, Stay Gold, On, and Black Swan till 21st. It was 21st, I guess, yes, Dynamite. So we had to do it by that date only. We had this goal, and all the armies were like, okay, let us stream fighting, this, that. And at the end, we did it. Before, I don't remember perfectly, but talking about my country's time zone, I guess we were over with Boy With Love, Stay Gold, On, and Black Swan, all 4 of them on that day only, I guess around 12 midnight. On the day Dynamite released, and we were so happy and we were so contented that at last, okay, now we have one main goal, and that is Dynamite. Right, because we were streaming for all these 4 big MVs, and these are big MVs. Okay, these are such big MVs. We had to stream for all of these, so we were quite tensed, but we did it. Next, 3-hour streaming. Again, streaming comes here. In this, I will be talking about the streaming trends. While we do streaming, how many trends are there? How it happens? How armies of different countries stream? Right, like we have. If we divide the world into 2 parts, we have Eastern armies and Western armies broadly, right? So I'll be talking about these kinds of streaming trends along with the importance of days. We have 24 hours, first 24 hours for the comeback MV, which are very crucial. And if you divide those 24 hours into 12 hours each, then we can say that what ideally happens, what ideally happens is that 12 hours, because it's day and night, right? So 12 hours, Eastern armies take on it, and then Western armies do the rest. So it's like that, but it has not been happening since butter. Okay, so there has been a shift in that. Eastern armies are doing great work in that case. Along with that, I'll be talking about hourly trends. Like for example, we currently, like for the other MV, we will be needing 5 million per hour, 5 million views per hour. We needed 3 million views per hour during Dynamite, and during Butter, we were doing great during Butter. We even did 6 million per hour. I remember it. Then day one streaming time. I'll be talking about the timings for streaming, and which platforms to focus on day one, day two, week one, right? Okay, not week one. Yeah, week one, you can say. Because we have to, meet certain records, right? We have records. Day one is for YouTube only. But yeah, of course, along with that, we have to do streaming on other platforms, right? So that is important. Then comes charts. We have one of the most important charts, Billboard charts, right? Then we have the YouTube charts and records, very important. After that, we have Spotify charts, very important again. Apple Music charts are also important, and iTunes charts, as it helps in economical, as it helps from economical perspective, right? So then comes link sharing. This is the last. I'll be telling you about how to share the link. Where all, like, of course, link sharing is important. You have to share the MV everywhere as much as possible, so that as much as possible, we get as much views as possible. Next is I'll be giving you certain nice techniques, small good techniques that you can use to attract the locals, and then I'll be talking about playlists, Apple, Spotify, etc. playlist. I have included this because generally people are not able to understand how to make playlists for Apple and Spotify, etc. Right? So we generally share playlists, already made playlists by other armies, and we stream via them. These are all, and along with, in album sales, I'll also be talking about, like I talked about streaming, we have Eastern armies and Western armies. I'll be talking about Eastern armies and Western armies again in the album sales category, because there's a kind of, which I feel there's a kind of balance we need to maintain, and we are trying to maintain that. So that is it with the blueprint, I guess. I hope it was helpful. It will be helpful, of course. And there is nothing to learn about it. No. We just have to understand it. Why? Because some people are baby armies, of course, and some people who have been armies, they do not know about such intricate things. They do not know about such intricate things. So it's better if we tell them, right? So it's always better to know something. So that will be all. Signing off. Arvind here. I hope we'll be having a good time together ahead, and we'll be fully ready. We'll be like, I know about all YouTube guidelines because we have been streaming for such long time. Generally, army know it's on their fingertips. It's not a problem. Okay, so till then, I guess we'll be fully prepared. We'll know when anything comes. We'll know what all things are coming, right? We'll know there's something called a CB preps. No. CB goals video, and we have to find it. Like, we could not find a CB preps video or a CB goals video during PTD. It was very tough to find it, but at last we got it. So, yeah. If you remember, we got it on the last day of, last day before PTD release, and like those who were there during that time with me here. So yeah, that is it. Signing off. Admin J. 안녕하세요.